Everyone, my name is Risha. Today is the 12th of February 2024 and I'm going to be going over the US Treasury Weekly Monitor, and today's the 12th. So if we go to this next slide, we can see that for the 3 months the current yield is 5.388% and the weekly change from the last week is positive 0.24%. Then from 31st December 23 it was 5.353. For 1 year, the current yield is 4.873, which in weekly change from last week it's 1.06%, and 31st December 23 it was 4.784. Now the 2-year current yield is 4.486, which in weekly change is 2.61%, and 31st December 23 was at 4.250. Now the 5-year yield is at 4.142, which from the weekly change it was at 3.91%, and on 31st December 23 it was 2023, that is, it was at 3.840. Now the 10-year current yield is at 4.168, which in weekly change is positive 3.58%, and on 31st of December 2023 it was at 3.866. Finally, for the 30-year yield, the current yield is 4.374 and the weekly change is 3.55%, and on 31st December 2023 it was at 4.019. Now the next slide you can see the UST curve, US Treasury curve, yield curve, and here we can see that it's actually an inverted curve where the blue line is the current, the orange line is the last week's, and the gray line is the year to date. And we can see it's an inverted yield curve on a WOW basis, week on week. The widening of the we can see a widening of yield across the curve, and finally there's more widening at the longer end of the curve. So these are just some observations that I made from this chart. But again, this is just a short video going over the understandings, takeaways, and just pinpointing the yield curve of the US Treasury. But until then, thank you for watching, enjoy, and I will see you in the next video.